All right, so welcome to my channel. If today is the first time you're coming across this video or this channel, then all you need to do is to click on the like button, share, and then someone will also be a blessing. My name is Prince Selikep, and today I want to share to you how I lost over 100,000 Ghana cedis in my food business, in short, restaurant. So if you are watching this video for the very first time, do not go anywhere, stay here, let's dive into the conversation. Sir, wherever you are, God bless you. But it's so unfortunate that our connection brought nothing but experience and then also the negative side of it. I am here. Or this story can never be complete without giving you all the credit. You did well. You came in when I needed help the most. You came in when everything seems to be lost. When all hope was gone, nothing was there. You came in, and I appreciate that. But one thing for sure that I want to advise all the young entrepreneurs out there is never accept a proposal that is beyond your capacity. That is, you don't have any experience in it. You do not have any knowledge into it. You can be desperate. Desperation will lead you to accept so many proposals, but do not repeat the mistakes that I've made in the past. So quickly, he suggested something of going into food business here in the Volta region. So I told him, I know how to cook. I'm a good cook, so I can manage the restaurants. I had already started my solo production. So I said, I can actually come up with a restaurant. I can manage it. I can handle it. He trusted me. He said, okay, fine, let's do this. Now, how do we raise the money? How? So I said, okay, fine. Friends, when it comes to talking to people, when it comes to convincing people to probably invest, I have the capacity. I have what it takes to probably raise money for any project at all. He said, okay. So fast forward, he sent some money. We started a whole project, and the budget was just somewhere. All that we were budgeting for, we realized that when we entered into the field, we realized that everything was just ×2 or ×3 of the budget we were thinking of probably using to start the restaurant business. Now, he also have to talk to some few people to invest. I also have to do that. And then we got the money. This is where the problem lies. Because of desperation, because I was desperate to achieve what I've started. So we mentioned the return on investment very high dividend, very high return on investment, very high. So the people also have to trust the whole process, invested their money. Now, the reality on the ground, because I do not have any experience, because I do not have any knowledge about how to run a food or a restaurant business. Let's just put it, even though I am a good cook, even though I'm already in the event planning sector, the food business was something very new for me. And now, the reality of the ground. Sometimes your projections, you can have your projections, your financial projection, your business plan, everything documented. But the reality on the ground, that will surprise you. That was what happened. And unfortunately, too, where we've gotten for the whole project came with its problem. Every day, there was a problem. The land has been sold. And there, a whole lot happened, which I don't think that sharing will be important. The important ones are the ones that I'm sharing with you so that you will not repeat my mistakes. So fast forward, it was very, very, very tough. It was very, very, very tough. Sometimes you don't make sales. Sometimes you cook, nobody buys, and then the food have to be there. Got spoiled, you throw it away and all that. So I took a decision. The decision was to travel out. Yes, even though it was the biggest mistake that I've ever made in terms of business-wise, because there was supposed to be a communication. And I spoke with some few people that were very close, that I think they needed to know that the business wasn't going on well. And then also paying investors was very difficult because revenue was not coming in. Or revenue were not coming in. How do we pay the investors? And these people are also putting mounting pressure on us. So I decided to travel out so that I can have a friend, a business partner, a brother in South Africa. I needed to go there to work, gather some money, and then refund the investors. But that has not also worked. It failed. And then I have to divert my trip to Tamale, Northern region. Being in Tamale for the very first time, I didn't know anybody, no family member, no friend. I went there as a total stranger. And Tamale also happened to me. I met this man who gave me so many promises. He gave me so many promises. Then I realized that, maybe hope has come or joy has come. But all that he promised, he never fulfilled one. So I told him to give me his property. I will renovate it and then start the food business again. He didn't say no. He gave out the place, giving us 4-month grace period that after 4 months, we'll be paying 500 cedis every month. So I started with a restaurant business, Chamali Boba restaurant. It was going on well. People were buying food. The name, the brand was growing. I was happy that finally I am actually going to achieve something. But life happened again. Now, Chamali happened to me. Things were not there. I got in touch with one investor who also promised giving us a huge sum of money for us to have a Accra standard restaurant in Tamale. I wouldn't say that I rejected the offer. Yes, I grabbed the offer. We started the whole process. Now, reality again. They were not buying food. Initially, something happened, and somebody have to call the brand out on social media, which affected the brand. I mean, when you are starting business, you should be ready that you may step on somebody's toes and they will decide to call you out or decide to hurt your business. That was what happened. And ever since then, Tamale Boba restaurant was facing a whole lot. Now, what do I do? A stranger. My landlord also came in with a different story altogether that I have to vacate his property. We have already renovated the whole place, fixing glass doors. A whole lot of money was actually spent on that building. If I want to recollect, over 30,000 was being spent on that very project. Now, he said we needed to move. We have to move. I was nearly assaulted and hurt in Tamale. I was then advised by a fellow Voltarian to move to wherever I was coming from, because if I want to stay here, I might end up losing my life. So I have to pack my loads. The things I could take, I have to pick them back to Accra. When I came to Accra, I came with only my cooking utensils and some of my tables and chairs. How do I start all over again? That was the question I was asking myself. How do I start again? And all these was because of what happened to my event management company. The event management or the event company or the event brand wasn't part of my ideas anymore. I diverted everything into the food or the restaurant, or let's just put it, hospitality. Now, when I came to Accra, I told myself I was not going to venture into anything food. I was not going to venture into anything food because it's over 100,000 old currency, 1 billion, over 100,000. It's just gone. And this 100,000 is personally not mine, even though my money was part of it. But 60% of the monies were people's money. And these people were already attacking me, calling me names. And I won't be here and say that they were unfair to me. It's business. Show me one businessman that was not called names. Oh, yes, just show me one. To understand that it's part of business, it's one of those challenges we face in business. That gives us the experience. So, you see, I keep on saying that until you have experience in whatever you are doing, you will never succeed. Until you have experience. So, we need to learn on the job. We need to learn on the field. Business itself is very, you need to be on the field and learn. You need to fail. When you fail, you learn. You don't need to give up. But what happened? I gave up when I thought that that 2021 event probably destroyed my reputation, everything that I built. So I gave up. I stopped anything event, which was not supposed to be so. And I was doing something that I had no knowledge, no experience, and was out of desperation. I was desperate of, coming back. I was desperate of, gaining that name, that fame back. That, Prince is a business apostle. But that has really, and I will not be here and also say that it wasn't the same going into the food industry. It wasn't, because it has given me a whole lot of experience. It has given me a whole lot of hope. It has given me a whole lot of lessons that probably it will take me 10 years or even 15 years to learn. So I sometimes say that, yes, maybe it's destined to happen like that. But you are starting a business and you are listening to me right here. I want to encourage you. When you fail, do not stop. Continue. If you are sure, if you are convinced that that is what you are meant to do, that is what you want to do, continue doing it.